Hi, Sage Sue back for another video for AgeTHRIVE, all about aging well and owning our aging in positive, meaningful, and empowering ways. Last week we started a three-part series about what it means to age well and how can we age well. So if you missed last week's video, please go back and catch it. It was all about the core piece of my model that I created a few years ago, not the end-all model, but the model that I live by for aging through this time of life as well as possible, and with the idea of thriving, not just surviving later life. The first part of the model was looking at our beliefs about aging. So again, if you missed that video, go back and catch it, because today we're really going to zero in on our focus. Why does this matter? Because just like what we believe matters, where we put our time and focus and energy also counts and matters for our whole aging experience and for how we come into this life and how, again, we can experience to the fullest. The first part of this kind of focus area we've already talked about in a previous video, but I'll bring it back again because it's something you'll start repeating this if you really embrace this idea of controlling what we can control. Why is this important for later life? Because a lot of people really live here in all the things that we can't control, the things that can happen to us, the things that are happening around us and to the people we love, versus really zeroing in here on expanding and influencing as much as we can possibly for the aging experience. How do we do this, or how can we approach this? Probably 12 to 15 years ago, I started trying to create a tool to help us stay focused on the things that can really count and matter for this time of life and to make this the best experience possible. It's tough to come up with a tool for this time of life. It is. There's a lot of unknowns about this time of life. Unknowns about us, what can come into play, but also what can come into play for the people we love, the people around us, and their whole aging experience. We don't age the same, and that's what can complicate creating a tool. But I came across the idea, I was reading a book about a man who had traveled across the Sahara Desert. And of course, there was no map or trip finder that was going to help him reach his destination. And I'm not even sure GPS tools really were available at that time, because I guess in my mind, or guess in reality, you could use a GPS to travel across the desert. But unfortunately, we don't even have that option for aging. We have to come at it going into this unknown time and trying again to stay focused as much as possible. So I really like what he had used. He had used a compass tool to help him stay on target. So I created a compass tool for aging well, based on all my research, all my education and studying, all my personal experiences working in the aging field, and now my own experiences with aging, my role models' experiences. And these are the key points for this compass tool: is right-sizing our lifestyle, taking care of our health, moving our bodies, stimulating our minds, fostering community, sparking creativity, strengthening our spirit, and pursuing purpose. And again, these are all things, and maybe I got too close, these are all things that really can count and matter for our aging experience. The great thing about this tool is there are only 2 compass points, so you can't be scattered all over the place and try to stay on target. You have to come at it in a focused way. I used to set my compass points for the whole year. Stopped doing that a long time ago. I do it by the month now. Where do I want or need to put my focus and time and energy this month that'll really get the biggest bang for the buck for what's happening in my life, in my own experience? A couple of months ago, I was totally focused on body and health, going through my herniated disc and then surgery and recovery. This month, I just thought about that this morning. I'm still very much focused on body because I am still recovering. I'm back at the gym. I'm also really trying to break some bad habits I got into, like trudging up the stairs when I was fragile. Now it's like, come on, you can pick up your knees, go up with a little pep, put some energy into it. And I can. It just was a habit I'd gotten into. So breaking that habit. Also mark down community because I'm traveling back to Nebraska this month for my brother's birthday. So I'll be with family and friends. I'm also out and about a lot more. So back into community and fostering that aspect of my life, which is so important. So this is how you kind of shift it around. You can also shift all the focus like to one aspect. If you're really into a heavy period or really, like if you're downsizing your home, that's a whole, boy, you better stay focused on that or you're really going to get off track. So it's just a tool. The great thing is it's not a one and done. All these things can be revisited at any point in time. Hopefully we're progressing with most of them as we go up to another level. But at times we will also backtrack like I have to do with my body right now. Regaining my strength, getting back and getting into the exercise class routine and going to the gym. So we also backtrack at times, but it just is a way to keep us targeted and on focus as we go throughout this aging experience. Next week, we'll talk about the third piece of this model that I've created. In the meantime, keep aging well, keep thriving, keep living this life to the fullest. See you next week. Thank you. Bye.